too. This time I think I'm down to some.
There's a light at the end of the tunnel. There's a chance that it ain't gonna rain. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. And for once it ain't a fast moving train. All these lights in my face tell a story, though I've never been one to complain. It's a road map of hard luck and glory, and some places I won't see again. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. There's a chance that it ain't gonna rain. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. And for once it ain't a fast moving train. I've been sheltered and shattered and shaken by lessons that life made me learn. There were choices and chances were taken, and some bridges I hated to burn. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. There's a chance that it ain't gonna rain. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. And for once it ain't a fast moving train. And for once it ain't a fast moving train. Good night, everyone. Welcome to another Herman Harrison Friend Show. That opening number was for Art and Joan Thomas down in Carbonear, Bill and Mildred Guilfoy in Harbour Grace, Harry Richards and Douglas, and daughter Annie Richards. Happy 71st birthday to Ted Oates from wife Greta, and for George and Brenda Doyle in St. Bride's. And now we're going to do one across the Brazos at Wacko, and this one is from for Garfield and Louise Budd, Ted and Greta Oates, Bernice and Cecil Oates, George and Ruby Garland, Mildred and Edward Stone, Emily O'Grady, Georgina Williams, Anastasia Fiore, Effie Hobbs, and Elsie Robe down in Carbonear.
Tom and Elsie.
Tom and Elsie, okay. On the Chisholm Trail it was midnight. Carmela was strong on his mind because of the life he had chosen. Carmela had left him behind. Too long he'd been El Bandino. Carmela had left him alone. But today someone brought a message. She'd been seen in old San Antone. Cross the Brazos in Waco, ride hard and we'll make it by dawn. Across the Brazos in Waco, I'm safe when I reach San Antone. tone. He glanced back over his shoulder. The posse was nowhere in sight. He'd sent for Carmela to meet him on the banks of the Brazos tonight. She was waiting and he kept his promise he made such a long time ago, as he dropped the guns that she hated in the muddy Brazos below. Cross the Brazos in Waco, ride hard and we'll make it by dawn. Across the Brazos in Waco, we're safe when we reach San Antonio. Then the night came alive with gunfire. He knew that at last he'd been found, as the ranger's badge shone brightly. El Bandino lay on the ground. Carmela knew he was dying, that all of her dreams were in vain. As she kissed his lips for the last time, she heard him whisper again. Cross the Brazos in Waco, ride hard and we make it by dawn. Across the Brazos in Waco, I'm safe when I reach San Antonio. I'm safe when I reach San Antonio. And now we're going to do one entitled The Weeping Willow Tree, and this one is for Bill and Mildred Guilfoyle, Phyllis and Bob Forward, Jean Peckham, Mike and Mark Woodford, Jim and Shirley Parsons, John and Jocelyn Rowe, George and Ruby Garland, Jim and June Nosery, Ruby O'Keefe in Placentia, and we're wishing Ruby a speedy recovery from her operation,
On her heart.
and
heart
we
surgery.
hope to see her again in the near future.
That's Ruby O'Keefe in Placentia. And her family.
When the shadows are falling down beneath that willow tree, down beneath that weeping willow, won't somebody come and pal with me? My poor heart is sad and aching, won't somebody pal with me? Come and now you find me weeping down beneath the weeping willow tree. Come and be my love and darling, won't you come and pal with me? Won't you come and let me love you down beneath the weeping willow tree? Love, when I am melancholy, won't you come and pal with me? Come and pal with me, my darling, down beneath the weeping willow tree. My poor heart is sad and aching, won't somebody pal with me? Come and now you'll find me weeping down beneath the weeping willow tree, down beneath the weeping willow tree. And now we're going to do one entitled It's a Lovely, Lovely World Since I Met You. And this one is for Peg Pye, Effie Hobbs, Marg Merrigan, Myrtle Reynolds, Hannah Lil Crocker, Jessie Golding, and she's 74 on July the 1st, and that comes from her family and friends.
In Tilton.
And there's also happy 45th anniversary to Charlie and Isabel Adams on Harbour Grace South, and happy anniversary to Stan and Gloria Daw on Coley's Point on August the 26th, and that comes from family and friends.
What's the name of that one?
This one is entitled It's a Lovely, Lovely World Since I Met You. You figured it?
Right on. 52 years the 14th.
Mother Nature's opened up the door to lots of things I never saw before. It's a lovely, lovely world since I met you. I never did see everything looking so nice. I just learned the meaning of paradise. It's a lovely, lovely world since I met you. Now the sun shines brighter and the skies are a little bit bluer. And my little old rattle-trap Ford coupe even seems a little bit newer. And my guitar stays a little better in tune. Stars shine brighter and there's honey on the moon. It's a lovely, lovely world since I met you. Ever since you cuddled in my embrace, I've had more faith in the human race. It's a lovely, lovely world since I met you. Now I don't mind working and slaving all day, so I know tonight there'll be love to pay. It's a lovely, lovely world since I met you. Everything seems so natural and right since the day that I first found you. Everything looks rosy and shiny bright in the dreams I'm building around you. I used to think that miracles never came true, but now I'm happy 'cause I know they do. It's a lovely, lovely world since I met you. It's a lovely, lovely world since I met you. And that, of course, was the song from Webb Pierce.
Webb
Originally,
Pierce,
anyway, yeah.
he sang a lot of beautiful songs, didn't he?
And then we're going to do one entitled Where the Arkansas River Leaves Oklahoma. And this one is for George and Phyllis Mercer, Ray and Barb McDonald, Frank and Margaret Chislett, Nelson and Still Taylor, Edith and Chesapeake, Ambrose and Flaw Mugford. And for Angela Tarrant in Mount Carmel, I guess that's another Tarrant we got
Yeah,
there.
Angela
And
Tarrant
she's
and
90 years old. And happy birthday from son Frank and Joyce and family.
Angela Tarrant.
I don't know if she's related to Hetty or not.
No, I don't think so.
She must be. She's 90 years old.
Hetty will soon be 96, September.
Where the Arkansas River leaves Oklahoma, it runs free and rambles muddy and wide. Where the Arkansas River leaves Oklahoma, it's gone forever and it never looks back. I met her in Stillwell, she just turned 20, a spirited beauty like I'd never known. And me, a dirt farmer who lived by the river, but she said she loved me in the free life I own. Where the Arkansas River leaves Oklahoma, it runs free and rambles muddy and wide. Where the Arkansas River leaves Oklahoma, it's gone forever and it never looks back. We married in April, she lived by the river. We worked the land from spring till the fall. But I guess when the winter howled at our window, she couldn't help hearing that wild river call. Now she tried to conquer that wild rage within her, but something too strong ran deep in her soul. But I know she loved me and she cried like a baby. The cold winter evening she answered the call. Where the Arkansas River leaves Oklahoma, it runs free and rambles muddy and wide. where the Arkansas River leaves Oklahoma. It's gone forever and it never looks back. Yes, it's gone forever and it never looks back. And now we're going to do one titled The Lady in the Tight-Fitting Jeans. I don't know if they're singing about your mommy here or not. Julie wears her tight-fitting jeans, don't she?
Oh, she loves her.
And this one is for Bill Kiley up there in Toronto, our old buddy. And he got quite a lot of friends. What is it, 400 and...
nearly 500.
Nearly 500. That's a... Anyway, and for Mavis
Hillview
Burrow...
Towers, is it?
Yeah, Ida and Gordon Skinner, Yvonne Shepherd, Lorraine Lynch, Daisy Mercer, Carmel George, Catherine Crawford, Sadie Slade, Tessie Butt, Mark Merrigan, Myrtle Reynolds, and Haida Peg Pye from Jack and Liz Peters.
Jack and Liz Peters. Now, Peg, remember that. That's your friends.
She tried to hide it by the faded denim clothes she wore, but I knew she'd never been inside a bar before. And I felt like a peasant who just had met a queen, and she knew I saw right through her tight-fitting jeans. I asked her, what's a woman like you doing here? I see you're used to champagne, but I'll buy you a beer. She said, you got me figured out, but I'm not what I seem. And for a dance, I'll tell you about these tight-fitting jeans. She said, I'm married money, I'm used to wearing pearls, but I always seemed of being just a good old boy's girl. So tonight I left those crystal candlelights to fill a drink, and partner, there's a tiger in these tight-fitting jeans. Well, we danced every dance, and Lord, the beer that we went through. I'm satisfied I did my best to make her dream come true. And as she played out her fantasy before my eyes, it seemed a cowgirl came alive inside those tight-fitting jeans. In my mind, she's still a lady, that's all I'm gonna say. But I knew that I'd been broken by the time we parted ways. And I knew I held more woman than most eyes has ever seen. That night I met a lady wearing tight-fitting jeans. Well, now she's back in her world, and I'm still stuck in mine. But I know that I'll always remember the time a cowboy once had a millionaire's dream. And Lord, I love that lady wearing tight-fitting jeans. And Lord, I love that lady wearing tight-fitting jeans. And that's your mommy in the tight-fitting jeans, right? And this one is entitled Among the Sundays. One of Sunday's a good while, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
And this one is for Joan Lang, Molly Lang, Dot Davis, Audrey Butt, Chess and Geraldine Mercer, Joan Sims up in Georgetown, Effie House, Peg Pye, Mike and Barb Quinlan, Dick and Mars Lewis, Florence Oak and husband in Victoria, and Florence maiden name was Florence Parsons from
She's
Harbour
a
Grace.
Western Bay.
She's from Harbour Grace. We got marked
Oh,
in there.
yeah, but I say they're living in Western Bay.
Okay. And this is a good song, you know. This one from old Ernest Tubb. Well, would you believe I'm as free as the breeze? I don't know what to do. I forgot everything I ever knew as a younger man. and I really got a lot of lost time to make up for. But you can bet your boots I'll catch up as quick as I can. And I don't think it's going to take a long time to get my arms back in shape. My elbows almost already bending all right. And don't you even try to find me for a month of Sundays, 'cause I'm gonna have me a month of Saturday nights. Well, I'm raring to go and I just can't go for rearing, 'cause I've been walking that straight line much too long. Has anybody got a little black book I can borrow? 'Cause the girls in mine are all dead or in the old age home. So turn me loose and point me toward the party. Good music and women and whiskey and neon lights. And don't even try to find me for a month of Sundays, 'cause I'm gonna have me a month of Saturday nights. Yes, I'm gonna have me a month of Saturday nights. You might say, Marina, he's gonna have a bit of time for himself, eh?
Oh, yes, nothing wrong with it.
And this is one here that Rodney Crowell, I think, is the boy that done this one. Quite a few people have recorded it. There's even Cowgirls Get the Blues, and this one's for Hetty Tarrant and Bessie Andrews, Providence Wall and daughter Karen Budden, Joan Simpson, Georgetown, Duncan Daphne Blondin, George and Vera Eddy, Rita Wilson, and Esther Legg over in Whiteaway. And
Esther Legg. Esther is 19. She's a faithful listener. Use the capo on that one.
yeah, we need help with this one. Right? She's around her, I can tell you that. She can sing 'em all night too. She raised hell about the sleep she's lost. Even cowgirls get the blues, especially cowgirls, they're the gypsy kind, and need the reins laid on 'em loose. She's lived to see the world turned upside down, hitching rides out off the blues. Even cowgirls get the blues sometimes, bound to don't know what to do sometimes, getting the feeling like she's gone too far. The only way she's ever been. Lonely nights are out there on the road. Motel ceiling stares you down. There must be safer ways to pay your dues. Even cowgirls get the blues. Even cowgirls get the blues sometimes, bound to don't know what to do sometimes, get this feeling like she's gone too far. The only way she's ever been. Even cowgirls get the blues sometimes, bound to don't know what to do sometimes, get the feeling like the restless wind. The only way she's ever been. Get this feeling like the restless wind. The only way she's ever been. And what have you got for us there, Mrs. Harris?
I got a little bit of stuff. I'd like to say happy 45th wedding anniversary to Isabel and Charlie Adams on the south side of Harbour Grace. But first of all, I'd like to thank Mike Kiley and Castle Blue Towers in Toronto, 92 years old, for this beautiful scarf. And Herman, you won't have to drink your Pepsi out of a bottle, out of a can anymore, because this is your mug.
This
So,
is my mug from
Toronto, from Mike Kiley, Bill Kiley.
Bill Kiley up in Toronto. And we got a little picture of the
Toronto.
Toronto and the tower up there. And I got to have a drink out of his mug.
Yes.
Bill, I got a Newfoundland taste on it, buddy.
Thanks, Mr. Kiley, for the beautiful scarf.
And thanks for the mug, Bill.
And like I said, the 45th wedding anniversary to Isabel and Charlie Adams. That's our good friends. And happy birthday to my brother and his wife in Bay Roberts. Happy 30th anniversary to Marilyn and Eric Oates in Bay Roberts. Happy 3rd anniversary to Stan and Gloria Daw, Coley's Point, from family and friends. And happy 30th wedding anniversary to Vic and Judy McCarthy, Harbour Grace. And I got a little poem for those celebrating their anniversaries, and it goes like this. From every human being there is a rise, a light, that reaches straight to heaven. And when two souls that are destined to be together find each other, their streams of light flow together, and single brighter lights go forth for to unite their beginning. And I got some birthdays. Happy 1996 birthday to Hetty Tarrant, Harbour Grace, on September the 5th. Now, Herman, that's one of your girlfriends. Now, Hetty, I'm not jealous. God love you. And happy 72 birthday to Walt Tarrant. That's from his mom, and that's in Dildo. And happy 71st birthday to Ted Oates on August the 25th from wife Greta and Carboneer. And that's from us too, Ted, although you're only a little bit older than I am, 1 year. Hi to Esther Legg, 90, wide away. And she's a faithful listener, Herman. And 70th birthday to Ethel Oliver, Laura Alcove, from family and friends. We had a wonderful time at our birthday party. What a party.
What a bunch of people down there,
Well,
you know.
yeah. Them skits by Lily and Lily Penny, fantastic. And happy 71st birthday to Yvonne Shepherd in Bristol's Hope. That's your sister or your sister-in-law, whichever you want to
She's
call her.
more than 71.
She's only 71, is she?
She's more than 71. You said 71.
75.
All right, that's more like it.
And happy birthday to Peg Pye, but I can't give her age because Peg mightn't like that.
I think Peg soon be 27.
She told me 27. My best friend, one of my best friends. And I got a couple of little things here too now. And I'm sending this out to the Roger family in remember of their son Bill, who was 29 years old, died there in August the 8th. And this is the little poem. Around his garden God has looked, and he found was an empty spot, space and spot. He looked down upon the earth, and then God saw Bill's smiling face and took Bill to his resting place. Our hearts still ache as we whisper low, only God knows why you had to go. God bless you, Bill. We all miss you so. And that I say, send this out to Lawson and Shirley Rogers, and his Bill Williams' two sisters, Rachel and Jennifer, and their family. And that's a sad loss there. And to Wilbert Harris and his family, to the family of Wilbert Harris, and father and grandfather, husband, father and grandfather. His weary hours and days of pain, his troubled nights are past. In our aching hearts we know he found sweet rest at last. And this is going out to his wife Mary, 3 daughters and 3 sons, and his grandchildren. And to a little thing here to Margaret Mike Woodford. A friend is someone who knows the song of your soul and sings it back to you when you have forgotten the words. And little one to my mam and Hetty Tarrant. Just use your heart for love alone. Shun envy, greed and hate. The darkest clouds soon fly away. The fiercest storms abate. Live simply as the flowers live, and trust in God above. Accept but little and give a lot. True peace of mind is love. Forget yourself by helping those in sorrow or distress, and suddenly you'll find your own the key to happiness. That's it.
That's it. And then
That's enough.
this last little while there, I've lost two of my buddies, you know, that I kicked around with when I was young fella, that Wilbert Harris and Ray Schmores, of course. You know, Wilbert Harris was my cousin. Rach was a great friend for a long, long while. But these guys, there's two of them after dropping dead now, I'm starting to get worried.
God needs you around for another while.
Now we're going to do the far side banks of Jordan, and this one is for Betty Moore, the mayor up there in Clark's Beach, and Betty is the one who got us to sing this in the first place. And for Dan and Doris Russell, Jim and Mabel Parsons, Cleveland and Violet Clark, William Mills down in Old Purligan, Millie George, Mary Babb, and it's in memory of Fred and George Summers, requested by Austin Summers in St. John's, and in memory of Betty Martin up in Nova Scotia from sister Mr. and Mrs. Harold Burke in Victoria.
What's the name of it?
Far side banks of Jordan.
You send down to Betty Moore in that car speech. Mayor, did you? Okay, I wasn't listening.
You're not listening, honey. I believe my steps are growing wearier each day. Still I've got a journey on my mind. Lures of this whole world no longer make me want to stay. And my one regret is leaving you behind. If it proves to be his will that I am first to go, and somehow I've a feeling it will be, when it comes your time to travel, likewise don't feel lost. For I will be the first one that you'll see, and I'll be waiting on the far side banks of Jordan. I'll be waiting in a fair and better land. And when I see you coming, I will rise up with a shout and come running through the shallow waters, reaching for your hand. Through this life we labored hard to earn our meager fare. It brought us trembling hands and fading eyes. So I'll just rest here on the shore and turn my eyes away. Until you come, then we'll see paradise. And I'll be waiting on the far side banks of Jordan. I'll be waiting, drawing pictures in the sand. And when I see you coming, I will rise up with a shout and come running through the shallow waters, reaching for your hand. Yes, I'll be waiting on the far side banks of Jordan. I'll be waiting in a fair and better land. And when I see you coming, I will rise up with a shout and come running through the shallow waters, reaching for your hand. Now we see what else we got on the menu here, Marina. First of all, I'd like to remind everybody about the Blast from the Past. That comes on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. The card game down at the Knights of Columbus and Carbonear, Thursday nights at 8 p.m. They get a first, second and third prize and a door prize. And the card game at St. James's Hall in Carbonear, that's on Monday nights, and that gets underway at 8 p.m. and they get a first, second and third prize and a door prize. Both these card games are great card games, a must for every card player. And of course, Memories of a Former Era, a book written by our old friend Heber McQuirk, From Carbonear to Battle Harbour to Frenchman's Island, written by Heber McQuirk. It cost $17.95 and it got 166 pages. This is really and truly a great book. And what are we going to do now? We're going to travel on the way. I stayed around and played around this old town too long. Summer's almost gone, yeah, winter's coming on. I stayed around and played around this old town too long, and I feel like I gotta travel on. Fine mom, the top job, but that didn't rate with John. Didn't rate with John, no, didn't rate with John. John Fine mom, the top job, but that didn't rate with John. So John told Brian to travel on. I stayed around and played around this old town too long. Summer's almost gone, yeah, winter's coming on. I stayed around and played around this old town too long, and I feel like I gotta travel on. Good night, Mary Maloney, Julie Oates, Miney Rose, Joe Harrington, Gordon Barnes, Graham Drover, Evelyn King, Hetty Tarrant, Bessie Andrews, Ella Morrissey, Tom Keynes, Minnie Worms, Del Tarrant, Ted Osmond, Millie George, Jonathan Dobb, Peter Griffin, Gladys Soley, Carmel George, Ryan Burton, Ashley Nosely, Kurt Yetman, Catherine Crawford, Harrison Piddle, Effie Hobbs, Chloe Harris, Mildred Killaway, Ray and Barb McDonald, Janet Florence Earl, Lucas Murray, Vicky Mercer, Joshua McCann, Laura Williams, Amanda Butt, Ricky Walsh, Jack Reynolds, Ambrose and Flo Mulford, Caroline Budden, Georgina Williams, Chloe O'Brien, Amanda Butt, Julian Osley, Victoria Hunt, Meadows Podester, and Alison Whalen. And good night, everyone.
Good night.
You got anything else to add to it?
No, that's it. Good night, everybody. Good night, Corey, Brian, Jonathan Daw,
And you still don't
and
remember?
Robert.
All right. And that's it for the night, is it?
Good night.
Okay, good night.